The Trump administration is taking aim at sanctuary cities in the U.S. In addition to the 60-day pause in funding for jurisdictions that interfere with immigration enforcement, the Justice Department is setting its sights on the state of Illinois by suing its governor, the Chicago mayor, and the Cook County Board president for allegedly obstructing deportation efforts. Maryland, Washington State, and now Massachusetts, those three states heard arguments this week against President Trump's executive order to end birthright citizenship. The action denies U.S. citizenship to children of undocumented immigrants or lawful immigrants who are in the country temporarily. Today, the challenge happened in a Boston court. The Attorney General explained her argument before the hearing.
But newborn babies are not criminals. This order targets innocent newborns that have done absolutely nothing wrong. They do not deserve to be punished solely because of their parents' immigration status. The president cannot change the Constitution with a Sharpie or a sham executive order.
For more on this subject, I'm joined by Naresh Gehi, an immigration attorney in New York City. Thank you for being with us, Naresh. For those who may not be clear on this subject, what is birthright citizenship and how many children and families are able to use this guarantee every year?
Birthright citizenship, in essence, means if you're born in the United States, you are conferred your right at birth. There's only one exception to that rule. It's if you're born to a diplomat or an ambassador. But other than that, a person who's born on the soil of the United States is considered to be a U.S. citizen. This has been in place and in effect with us for more than 150 years. And also it is written in the Constitution very carefully, and it's crafted under the 14th Amendment, wherein you are granted equality before law and equal protection of law. That's the 14th Amendment that allows you to be a U.S. citizen at birth, even if your parents are documented or even if your parents are undocumented.
Now, it seems the birthright executive order is tangled up in the courts. What is being argued by the Trump administration? And in your view, is the executive order constitutional?
It's absolutely not constitutional at all. And even if you look at the rulings of the judges, they have clearly said it that this matter should not even be brought before the courts. And the administration's lawyers should look at judicial precedent. They need to look at how the law has been in place. And if they want to have any kind of change in the law, they should be going by means of a constitutional amendment. And the likelihood of that to happen is very, very slim, especially because we would need a two-thirds majority, and I don't think so it's going to be possible for anyone to get that kind of majority to get it overturned.
Now, if this executive order is overturned by the courts, would that extend protection to children in the womb?
So at this stage, the way things are going from all the three courts, I think it's a sigh of relief for children that are being born right now. So at this time, it's not a problem at all. But let's see of how the future stands for them at this stage. But the way even judges have said it, it's very, very rare that the Supreme Court would even overturn this case. I think children that are being born, I think they should be okay, in my opinion. There's nothing much to worry about it because the writing is on the wall in this case. It would be very rare for a judge. I mean, also looking at a Supreme Court wherein judges, are bound by the laws. And we need to go back to the 150-year-old precedent. You're not going to be allowed to throw that precedent and go with the executive order. The chances are not in 1%, according to me.
But you mentioned the 14th Amendment. Is it possible that the courts could use this as an opportunity to extend protections to life in the womb?
At this stage, I believe they're only going to go for the lookout for the welfare of the citizen children who are being born over here. But if they need anything else, like if the Trump administration needs anything, the straight answer is going to be, please take it to the Congress of the United States. Let's decide it whether we've had enough of this. That's the mood that I'm seeing from all the three courts so far.
Well, thank you so much, Naresh Gehi. It's great to be with you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.